Hello again. We're back for another session on the future of cloud architectures with Beyond Boundaries, a unified SAP AWS enterprise architecture blueprint. Please welcome Rajendra and Soumya from AWS. Welcome.
Hi everyone. Hope everybody can hear me. So you may be wondering why AWS is here for an enterprise architect summit, right? Like these guys are selling infrastructure. Why, when we are an enterprise architects, why do we care about it, right? I am here to change that perspective. Okay, why technology is the core to all your thought process. Okay, so before I go, can we all agree in this auditorium that in near future, okay, if not already happened to you, every business solution you build, you operate, you deploy, or any enterprise solution you are buying, or you are being offered, or is going to be coming from a cloud, right? You believe in that, right? Like, it's not me alone that you all believe in that. You go and operate everything on cloud. So why I'm saying this, that means that your all IT model is shifting towards cloud operating model, okay? And then another perspective most of them doesn't aware is you're sitting on a gold mine and then you're not caring of digging into, or you're not making it incorporating into any of your enterprise transformation journeys. So here the whole purpose here is to bring you three things, three takeaways, okay? One is bringing that cloud mindset so that you can look into a corners and see what way the gold mine I'm standing on I can dig into and incorporate into. And second one, it's a little ambitious, but converting enterprise architects into cloud enterprise architects, okay? That's the second one. And third one is basically that's where when you see that is pompous title, Beyond Boundaries, that's where we wanted to introduce you some of the business solutions which are being built on AWS, where you can leverage and see, you can expand your SAP architectures. So those are the three key takeaways. But I have to set an expectation, right? We are biting more than we can chew now in this particular session, at least in the next 30, 35 minutes. So I'm not expecting you understand everything. The whole purpose is to tease you up and see like what are the possibilities, and then create a curiosity. So we leave a time at the end for taking your questions. But in case we couldn't, we're always there outside in the AWS booth. Please come to us. We're happy to help. So in this crime, I'm here with me on the stage, another passionate AWS transformer. So the co-presenting with Soumya, please. Yeah.
Hello and welcome once again. My name is Soumya Sekhar Das. I'm a partner solutions architect with Amazon Web Services, specializing on SAP workloads. I'm working with AWS for a little over 4 years. My primary job responsibility is to support SAP as a primary PSA. Though I support another SI and GSI array of partners, and like the partners who host, implement, migrate, optimize, and run customers' SAP workloads on AWS. My primary responsibility to ensure that you all are successful on AWS. So with this, Rajendra will continue, and then I will also come over and give some presentations, show you some solution guidances as well.
Okay, so how do we address this? Agenda is very simple, right? Very simple and intuitive. We start painting you the big picture because enterprise architects like the big pictures, right? Like, so we start with the big picture. We don't bore you whether you still have to be there till the end. And then it's very intuitive steps, right? Like after that, we justify that why, how, and what of that particular proposition. And then at the end, we'll keep, as I said, like you may have questions, but I'll promise I'll keep time, but otherwise AWS booth outside. So bottom line upfront, you know that bluff, right? So let me start this. we keep this, build this end in mind, like what we are trying to achieve here, okay? Since anyway we started with an unconventional agenda here, let me start with what is not the scope of this session, okay? You may be immediately thinking like these guys were coming here to tell about why AWS, okay? No. You may be thinking like why SAP Rise on AWS? No. And then maybe you think, these guys have announced a lot of stuff in reInvent last year, November. So maybe they're going to come here and say like, what's new on AWS? No. And then every story here, not every kid in the block is selling AI. So maybe they're going to come and sell another AI story. Nope. So this scope is all about you, okay? This scope is all about what kind of enterprise architecture program that exists on AWS. Maybe you may be a little shaky saying like enterprise architecture on AWS. Okay. So, but anyway, as I said, like if you want to dig deep into any of these things, we have a team. So I'm going to present this is a transformation approach on AWS. What is the transformation? It is also a little dumbing down because basically in the interest of time, I don't want to dump more than you can actually digest. Every company's goal is like creating accelerated customer impact. That is the ultimate goal. Otherwise, you are in the wrong job, right? But you have a value driver that is driving you like what kind of value you need to create to your customers. The value drivers are governed by value metrics. Value metrics are what makes sense to the customer or how much that makes sense to the customer. So, but how do you know whether your value is going to the customers or not? So you need to have a feedback mechanism. That feedback mechanism is creating insights using a unified data platform from all the sources and create an analytic engine, unified data platform, and then you create a feedback. Whatever you need to take a decision, you need to have a feedback mechanism. Then you will think that modernization. Modernization is, okay, then I wanted to accelerate my value chain from left to right. And then I want to accelerate with a little specific new digital products like AI/ML. Maybe if I want to incorporate into that value chain, I can incorporate into it. And then that's boom, that's what the modernization is all about. But now you are not here to survive, right? Like your companies are not here to survive, it's to thrive. Okay, so what do? You innovate. Innovation in the sense creating new revenue streams, okay? Creating new product channels, so that you can create your secret sauces, you can disrupt the market, you can be a market leader. But they all cannot be happen in a thin air, right? You know, like, oh, these all, we hear this nice stuff we have been hearing from last 2.5 days. But how come it can happen? You need to have a cloud-native organization and a governance framework for a cloud-native governance and organization and governance. And then those are leveraged through technology, skills, and the foundation because you need to have certain references about how to achieve the specific capabilities on the cloud. You know how to achieve it on SAP. I don't have to tell but how to achieve it on a cloud, that is why many of the transformations fail. Because the transformations, they think about a little specific cloud product to bring in, but they don't see the whole life cycle of that cloud product. They need to have many capabilities inbuilt. You have to be established before to sustain that particular product in your organization. That's where this is all about it. So what we do, this is an approach, but how do we achieve? We do have a program that is called a transformation program. This is basically very intuitive. I'm not going to read everything. This is a different phases. In initial phase, you will spend some time in discovery. You would see like how much cloud maturity assessment you have, okay? And then maturity of the cloud enablement you have, and then you will align with your leadership, and then say like, okay, my leadership is looking for this kind of a thing, and then we will roll out those foundation packages, accelerators to build those foundation capabilities. And then you will start small, saying like little minimum lovable products. If you must have heard MVPs, we call it MLPs, minimum lovable products. And then we create all the work streams across and then see like, okay, whether this small idea, whether it's working or not. To make this small idea to work, what kind of organizational structures or a governance need to be in place? We do have some accelerators, and we have a team, professional services team, that can engage with you throughout the process. So that it is a sustainable transformation at scale. So this is a doing, right? Like, there are three aspects to the previous slide I said. Like, one is a value creation, which is in the middle, which is a foundation. You need a capabilities to do it. The other one is an organization. So this I'm talking about how to do it in this value creation channel. And the next one is, I'm always clicking this one. So the next one is, I'm talking about the cloud adoption framework. This adoption framework is nothing but creating a creating a foundational capabilities. What kind of a foundational capabilities? Excuse me for a very small wording, because I just wanted to cram this one. There are exactly like across all the 6 perspectives: business, people, governance, platform security, and operations. There are 4 cross domains across. There are capabilities are defined. These capabilities, our team will help you to build all those things so that whatever digital product you build, that will sustainably goes across. And this is a cloud center of excellence. Okay, don't get overwhelmed with a very massive undertaking. This is for a big organization, very Fortune 100 organization, which is at the highest maturity level of cloud nativity. But you can start small. You can start small. That you can incrementally build these particular teams to achieve this particular thing. So what I'm going to achieve this particular section is simply put, you are actually sitting on a gold mine of opportunities, which you can see through outside of your application and see there are many things you can accelerate and bring it into your application portfolio. And then it is cloud native mindset is nothing but it's an IT transformation. It is also brings a lot of value to your business portfolio to change the way you actually interact or converse with your customers. Okay. So the whole aspect, 3 things which cloud brings is like you can envision a big thing, but you don't have to actually convince the whole command to the top, right? Like you just start it in a small, and then if it works, you can scale it. This is the beauty of this cloud. You must leverage it. You should not be hindered by any limitations of infrastructure or anything. So we'll talk about how to extend these boundaries with my friend.
All right. Extending the boundaries of SAP, what does it mean? It means that SAP is the center of your IT environment. And you are extending the SAP systems, SAP applications with the other services. When I'm talking about the other services, I'm talking about SAP BTP services and AWS services. And that's how you modernize, right? So yes, you are actually correct. From here onwards, we are not talking about cloud migration. We are not talking about any sort of simple story of cloud migration, rather than we are inclining on much more into digital transformations and a modernization of your environment. Okay, so probably most of you know that in AWS and in Amazon, we work backwards from our customers' need. Like our services, our applications, everything, our innovations, everything, all are the products of our customer obsessions and whatever you want. Maybe my colleague is very smart. I mean, he is one of the smartest brain on the earth, but he cannot actually do anything if you do not want. So your want is so important, and that's why you always work backwards. And we are super proud. We feel very proud that we save 40 to 50% cost for our customers when they migrate to cloud. Our customers, during any kind of peak time, they can scale up to 300% of their resources with AWS. And they can be laser focused on their business differentiators rather than taking care of the IT assets, data centers, and all those stuff, which is not their business actually. And finally, the sustainability goal. Like if you are looking at your C-suites and everybody is talking about sustainability, right? That they have to leave their green footprint as part of the climate pledge. So we are very proud that we are helping our customers to reach that sustainability goal. Now, customers are right now moving to the clean core approach. Probably in last couple of days, you have heard a lot about the clean core approach, and that is SAP's recommended approach. And in AWS, we are completely supporting this. We are totally talking to our customers about the clean core approach and what are the advantages of having this clean core, right? So when we are talking about this clean core approach, you are extending your SAP systems with SAP BTP services and AWS services. That means you are not customizing in the SAP core, that means application level, because when you are not doing that, you are avoiding any kind of pitfall of upgrading the applications in near future, right? So that's why SAP always recommends to go for the clean core approach. And to support that, we are providing 200 plus AWS services. We are hosting 80 plus SAP BTP services in our AWS regions. So all these services are there for you to extend your SAP applications, customize it, optimize the process, generate new revenue stream, increase the productivity, and also give your customer delight. I believe that's the most important word for me, more than this presentation and more than anything else. I am here because I want to see you happy. So I believe that end of the day, whatever you are producing and the business you are doing, this is the most important for you to make the customer delight. So when you are extending your applications and developing all those applications with SAP BTP and AWS services, there are plethora of opportunities you are having to give customer delight, generate revenue stream, optimize processes, and build your own differentiators. With this slide, I just wanted to show you a holistic how that pan Amazon looks like and why this is. Right, all cloud service providers are different, right? They are all unique. They have all different services. But AWS also uniquely positions itself because we are fueling with innovations. We are fueling with services and products to one of the world's largest retail company. That is nothing but Amazon.com. Right? So when we experienced ourselves by fueling with innovations to Amazon.com and the other subsidiaries that you can see in this flywheel, and you use them daily basis, like Amazon Prime or Kindle or Locker, or let's say you are going to gym and running and you are using Amazon Music, right? So all these services are basically, all these products are, all the products are basically fueled by AWS services, our own managed services. So before we are externalizing it to EU or any other enterprise grade customers, we are trying, testing, implementing, failing within Amazon and in this pan Amazon flywheel. Once we are absolutely sure that this is giving us the scale that we are expecting, we are externalizing it, extending it to you for your success. Now, another simple relationship, that is you as a customer with AWS, that is world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted cloud, plus SAP, that is a global market leader in ERP software, plus Amazon, that the world's largest fulfillment center. So when you are integrating with AWS and SAP, you are also double-clicking on the largest fulfillment center of Amazon, and you are using the supply chain services of Amazon. When I was talking about the Amazon supply chain service, I just wanted to give you a holistic spectrum of this. It's starting with the transportation, and that encompasses the Amazon's freight business. Then it goes to warehousing and distribution. Further, it goes to the fulfillment, Amazon fulfillment service, and then the last mile delivery with happiness alert. Probably you see that all the time in Amazon truck. So this entire spectrum, right, from the transportation to delivery, it touches all these Amazon managed services and AWS supply chain service. So AWS supply chain service is a managed service. It touches your SAP data and non-SAP data, SAP application and non-SAP applications. It uniquely builds the data story, a data view. It runs artificial intelligence and machine learning on those data view. It can proactively monitor and tells you that there are some risks and mitigate those risks in an expedite way. And it also scales seamlessly, and it's a pay-as-you-go pricing. Best part is that AWS supply chain comes with a SAP S/4HANA connector and SAP ECC connector. So everything is inbuilt. So this is evolving manufacturing landscape, right? So this is today's landscape. In today's manufacturing industry, if you look at it, it's a monolithic pyramid, whereas on your shop floor, on your manufacturing floor, you see all those systems, equipments, everything is on shop floor, whereas your SAP system is somewhere else. And there is upstream, downstream communication, but that communication, is it really satisfying for you? Probably the answer is no, it's poor. And that's why all these, to have this, to streamline these connections, to streamline all this upstream, downstream communication, we have this converging IT and OT. That means information technology. And so if you look at here, right, this converging IT and OT, it is easily possible when you are migrating your SAP systems on cloud. Once you have that, the integrations between your SAP systems or non-SAP systems with the other machines and equipments and sensors are way, way easier at this moment. But this is not enough. We are actually moving further. If you look at it, it's Industry 4.0. The desired architecture is this. There will be no border between IT and OT data. So there will be a seamless connections between applications and people and sensors. That could be in cloud, that could be on your shop floor. So there will be seamless integrations and connections between human, applications, and machine. And that is overall the gist, the summary of Industry 4.0, right? So this is what we are currently working with many of our manufacturing customers. If any of you are looking for something like that, we are here to help. Further, when I was talking about this manufacturing industry use cases, I just given a couple of examples here. One is how you are improving your asset performance, right, with Amazon Monitron. Simply think that, hey, you are running your machines on the shop floor and it's not functioning well. It's going for a downtime, and you want to reduce those downtime. Once you want to do that, right, you are monitoring them, proactively monitoring them with Amazon services and saving tons of dollars. Secondly, you can think of another improving worker safety with Amazon Recognition. This is a managed service by AWS. And with this, you are staying under compliance, monitoring your the entire safety gear that the worker is in a specific work zone. A worker is wearing all those safety gears or not. So you are taking all the pictures, storing it in a low-cost storage, and recognizing it with Amazon Recognition, sending the right notifications. So that's how you are actually setting up the surveillance. So with this integration piece, right, Rajendra, I request you to talk about these integrations to our customers.
Sure.
So yeah.
So far you have seen many solutions. Or he told about like 200 plus, 80 plus, and Amazonian, Pan-Amazonian, and then you would immediately start your skepticism, saying like, yeah, we hear so many solutions, but the biggest challenge with all the solutions is integration. How can I seamlessly integrate? Okay, that's where I'm gonna bring this. One is you must have heard this, like AWS SDK for SAP ABAP. This can give you a greatest capability. It's a game changer wherein your SAP S/4HANA system can be seamlessly integrated with 200 plus native AWS services, all within SAP ABAP language. So your ABAP developer can seamlessly make this happen. So there are many use cases. I am happy to talk. In the interest of time, I'll skip. That means that you can call SAP from SAP, you can store an invoice on S3, and then you can call back into the SAP system. Or maybe you wanted to enhance a specific business function and call a Bedrock and call an AAML functionality, and then you can do it back. Or you want to put in between as a kind of a BTP. It's actually, this is also compatible, or this is also certified to run on SAP BTP ABAP environment as well. So if you want to, you can extend your CAP applications as well using this one. But this is okay, there's one thing. But the next slide is basically to bring the whole comprehensive picture. Okay, this is variety of applications SAP offers, right? Like SAP S4 and a private cloud, public cloud, and SaaS solutions, ABAP environment, Cloud Foundry runtime. Maybe you must have written a little Node.js or a Java application on premise. So how do I integrate with AWS? Okay, one thing we already talked about, which like this is everything integrates with integration suite, which you all aware of. This is the center and core of everything. That's a BTP. But that is every application works like this. But how to integrate this BTP into your BTP integration suite into AWS native services? One you already know, which we just talked about it before, is with the ABAP SDK, and the second one is event mesh. Any event-driven architecture. Any events are pushed from your applications, goes through an event mesh, and then event mesh can be integrated to Event Bridge, Amazon Event Bridge. This is also exactly like an event service, event-based service, and then it can integrate it to all the event bridge connected services. And then one thing is open connectors, which you already have, but they have a limited connection to S3 and SQS. If you're looking for, they are already available in your integration suite. But if you are looking for other adapters, like the adapters will work with another set of AWS services. But another thing is like, you must have here like integration flow in integration suite. In integration flow, there is a script step. Script step, you can write a script, but script could be in a Node.js or maybe a Groovy. Groovy is a Java compatible. With that, you can actually use AWS SDK for Java and AWS SDK for Node.js. That means that not only in ABAP developers, even if you have a DevOps practice with a Node.js and Java developers, they can also integrate their SAP applications into 200 plus services. So this completes the story of integration. Whatever you have from an SAP source system, you can always integrate AWS native services, okay? And then another integration challenge is data integration, right? Like I have a data, you said about like you need to have a feedback mechanism, you need to build insights. How do you build these insights, okay? These the same set of applications are different types of data sources. You know all the SaaS products and everything that they can integrate with using a data intelligence or maybe SAP data sphere. There are little changes may need to come. Immediately you say like, why not BDC here now? So it is little dated. I do agree. I myself have to wrap my head around that BDC. So excuse me for that. So for now it's the data sphere. And then it can also do with the ABAP systems, right? That has a native extractions. But you have some other data sources, means like that SAP can also go with the data lakes on AWS. We do have a glue connector to connect ABAP systems and then get the data. But other data sources like unstructured data, IoT data, or media files and everything, they can also use AWS native services and bring this data into data lake. This data lake can talk to each other with a data sphere. Okay, that's basically in a different ways of data federation. So what I mean to say, wherever your data is, you can always create a unified data story. That is the whole purpose of this particular slide. So we talked about process integration. We talked about data integration. So eventually, in an ideal scenario, in a big picture of an SAP integration is, you have this many solutions, right? Like this many zones or territories of applications distributed across. Could be third-party clouds, could be a SaaS solutions, BTP on AWS, there could be an SAP on the AWS, SAP RISE, non-SaaS solutions, and all of the things. So what you would do if you don't have a very robust integration strategy, you would have a spaghetti of integrations, everything going point to point. It's where it goes easily out of hands. So the idea is, so build a very centralized integration strategy where you club those all integration products at the center. Some talks to AWS native services, some talks to SAP applications at the application layer, some talking at the network layer, and then all this particular suite of applications you put at the center, and then you can start communicating with all other clouds, even not now, even in the future, if you're extending to this. This is how you can integrate and expand your boundaries to it. Okay. So the next I will hand it over to Soumya for talking about how to start faster.
Yeah, so we talked about the 200 plus AWS services, 80 plus BTP services, right? But is it okay for you? Are you ready to start? If I am at your place, I am not. I am overwhelmed. I don't know where to start, honestly. It's like you are just giving packets of Legos to your kid, and there is one instruction sheet, hey, go and build it. And it's 8 plus and your kid is 3 plus. I mean, he always called, Dada, come sit with me and build the Lego with me, right? So you always need to give this guidance, come sit with me and build the Lego. And that is the reason, can I go back? Yes. That is the reason we actually came up with AWS Solutions Library. And in AWS Solutions Library, we have 1400 plus AWS solutions. That solutions include partner solutions as well. And these solutions are, think of it as an intelligent document processing with generative AI solutions, or building data lake with SAP and non-SAP data, or think of building a generative AI assistant for SAP. So all those are the solutions that you can find in AWS Solutions Library. And we have these 1400 plus solutions. I believe some of the solutions will resonate with any of your use case. If not, we'll be happy. We can create more assets, right? So with this, I would like to show you this thing. This is joint reference architecture. And joint reference architecture is that actually clears a lot of confusion. In a simple word, in a layman's word. Like you may think that, hey, you are talking about these AWS services, you are talking about BTP services, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna use, right? And that is the reason this joint reference architecture, we collaborated closely with SAP, with the conjunction between SAP and AWS, and we ensure that this is the JRA, joint reference architecture, that customers should use. In a simple word, I would say, if it is SAP application, SAP data, maybe SAP BTP is the best solution for you, SAP BTP services. If it is non-SAP data, non-SAP applications, probably AWS services is the best solution for you. So all those reference architecture, solution guidance that you will find as part of JRA or joint reference architecture. Now we have come up with a lot of missions with SAP. Again, it's always collaboration between these two gorillas in the room. And we love each other. And as part of this love, we have come up with all these missions, right? These missions are, you can see in SAP's Discovery Center. They are the use cases that we have learned from you, from customers. And we sat together, brainstormed together, what is the best fit, which service would be the best fit, how the reference architecture would work, how I can ensure security, how I can ensure the right network and connectivity and everything. And based on that, we created this reference architectures, solution guidance, and how to deploy that. We actually help you to deploy those solutions into your environment, and also help you post implementations as well. You can actually learn more by scanning that QR code that I have shown in the previous slide. But this one I would like to show the Migration Hub journeys. Migration Hub journeys is nothing but the Migration Hub templates. There are 4 templates at this moment in AWS Migration Hub that our team, AWS SAP Alliance team, we worked with SAP and ensure that customers can migrate to SAP Rise with SAP seamlessly. And that is the reason this Migration Hub journey that absolutely follows the Rise adoption framework that aligns to SAP's Activate methodology, right? So as part of this Migration Hub journeys, we have come up with 4 different templates. One is for lift and shift, another is for brownfield conversion from like SAP ERP to NADB. Another one is brownfield conversion from SAP S4, and another one is a bluefield conversion. So in a simple term, right, Migration Hub journey is these templates that erases a lot of manual tasks. There are a lot of manual tasks as part of migrations, right? You have a huge checklist that you need to follow. So Migration Hub journeys and these templates that helps you, that expedites you, accelerates your migration to SAP Rise. Grow with SAP on AWS. It's a new announcement. Rajendra said, I'm sorry. Rajendra said that we will not be talking about our new announcement in this presentation, but I thought of just putting this. It's a new announcement in reInvent that Grow with SAP is right now available on AWS Marketplace. And the customers, right, like you can actually grow to AWS Marketplace. You can check it out. You can subscribe, purchase SAP Grow. And SAP Grow is a SAP S/4HANA public cloud that is a multi-tenant SaaS solution for net new customers, for greenfield customers, for SMB customers who are interested in a standardized SAP solutions instead of their homegrown ERP or other costly ERP that is available in the market or which are having pretty much maintenance heavy, right? So in those cases, SAP Grow is the right fit. Please feel free to check it out. And SAP and SAP's launched partner and AWS, we will help you, in case of if you are planning and implementing SAP Grow, SAP and SAP's launch partner, they will help you to implement that. 91% of our customers, they are using partners. And these partners are, if you see this number, 94 AWS SAP competency partners. So we have a AWS SAP competency program. That program is stringently imposed that, hey, you are an APN partner, but you need to go through all these testing, all these specialized skills. You have to show your business skills, you have to show your technical skills, you have to attain these many number of certifications and so on. Once you do that and you come up with a customer reference story, your success stories, we give you this AWS SAP competency. And once partners, they get AWS SAP competency, they are actually confident enough, customers are confident enough to work with those partners. So I have put the list of logos here as they are our partners. They are 94 AWS SAP competency partners. As I said, most of our customers, they work with either SI or GSI partners or using some ISV accelerators. Finally, how to get started? We are here. So please feel free to reach out to us. Any questions? No questions are like smart questions or stupid questions or anything. We are here to help you. We are here to answer your questions. Learn from SAP Rise Business Case Workshop. Learn from SAP Innovation Workshop. We have all these workshops ready for you. We just need a simple call that, hey, I need some help. Once you get that, either you can reach out to us or you can reach out to your account managers. If you do not have account managers, that is fine. That's why we are here. We are here to help you on this journey. Finally, some resources for you, right? I mean, probably when I was in a booth, I have so many customers, they came to me and asked that, hey, what are the differentiators? Why AWS? How can I start? How can I learn? So that's why this is purposefully we put this AWS for Rise with SAP, how you will transform your journey. What are the industry use cases? What are the AWS solutions library and how you can do that? Even joint reference architecture, right? I strongly encourage all of you to go over this link. Yes, there are so much information here, and that's why to keep these things easy, we are here too. So with this, we have come to the end of this presentation. From my side and from my colleague side, Rajendra, we really thank you for your time. We would really love that if you can connect with us over LinkedIn. Our QR code is there too. We would really love your feedback and we'd love to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we're right on time. So maybe if the folks have, where's your booth?
This is on the way to cafeteria. So maybe you can find us in the hallway. So
on your way to the reception, pop in and say hi and ask all your questions.
Sure. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
By the way, thanks again for the book sponsorship yesterday. It was kind of popular.
Those are happy to be part of it. Yeah. Thank you very much for involving us.
All right. We'll be back here in 10 minutes talking about AI for enterprise architects.